How's it going, everybody? Jody in here, and today I want to take a quick look at some, just a little build that I just did. Oh, well, it's already working. Look at it. So this is an iron farm, and I basically went out and I started searching online, and I was looking for an iron farm that I could build very easily, very quickly in survival Minecraft. And I wasn't interested in getting as many ingots per hour as I possibly could. I was just interested in how can I make an iron farm that is small, compact, isn't going to take up a lot of space, and something that I could, hide, literally. So this is what I came up with. Now, this design here has been seen in a lot of builds. However, I just kind of compacted it down and made it so that I have your typical bouncing zombie here, who I called Peekaboo. You actually want to name your zombie so it doesn't despawn. You also want to give it some shade. In order to make it hop, you just need a little bit of soulstone underneath. Like that. Now, the reason I wanted to build this farm is I wanted to see how small and compact I could get a farm. And as you can see, it's pretty compact. It's, you can count them here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 blocks tall. And you could probably speed this up by making it taller, because you'll get the spawning iron golem out of the range of the villagers, which is 16 blocks. You got to get if it's 16 blocks away, the counter starts right away instead of waiting the whatever it is, 17 seconds or 18 seconds, 19, whatever, for the zombie or for the golem to actually die. So it's that tall. Now width wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's the same this way. It's a 7 by 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 by 7. Now the reason I'm not counting these outer blocks is because it doesn't go beyond the outer blocks. It stays within. But you can see what happens. The iron golem spawns and drops right in. The way that happens is we have a redstone signal here. Just here. And you can use any blocks for this. You have a redstone signal here, and you have a detector here, and there's a string. You see the string in front of the detector? When you touch that string, it triggers the machine to fire. Now that string is on the same level as the detector. It's right in front of the detector, as you can see. The piston's here, and this trapdoor's here. So what happens is the trapdoor opens at the same time the piston fires. It's hard to see. The trapdoor actually opens upward or opens downwards. And you want to have the trapdoor below the piston. The trapdoor has to be below the piston level, and it has to be the string has to be above the piston level, so when the piston fires, it's not going to knock either one. So it has to be that kind of setup there. You also want to have a half block on top of your detector, because you don't want the golem to be able to spawn up here. In fact, you want to completely stop the golem from spawning anywhere else. That's why there's half slabs up here, so the golem can't spawn up here. That's why there's half slabs here. Golem can't spawn there. Golem can't spawn on beds. The golem can spawn on trapdoors. So that is the only place, and that's also why this tile here, this half block here, is down, because if the half block here was up, see how it's on the bottom half? If it was on the top half, the golem would be able to spawn on it. So you don't want the golem to be able to spawn anywhere except on this trapdoor, and golems can spawn on trapdoors. So this trapdoor here is the only place the golem can spawn. And as you see, once the golem dies, it starts a 30-second counter, and this guy is constantly fearing the villagers. You have to have at least 3 villagers. I put 4 just to balance it out because I didn't want to have 2 on that side and 1 over here. And I did try a bed here a bed here and a bed here, it did not work because the villager thought that was walkable and decided to keep walking off the edge of the bed down there. So you have to keep your villagers contained, and they will not walk off a bed if there is nowhere for them to walk off the bed to. So by keeping them on a bed platform like that, you keep them contained, they're not going to go anywhere. Same with down here. I probably didn't need this surrounding, but I thought, you know, I'm going to use the area anyways. I can't shrink it down. even if I just had the lava block here with the funnel underneath, there's no way that, or I should say, there's no reason why I can't, you know, make this. And what this does is it's not specifically for capturing the golem and moving him into the lava. That happens regardless. What it's for is catching the iron, catching the drops. Because I did notice some of the drops will sometimes pop out just to the side here, and then they'll be pushed back to center. And those will all collect down here in the chest. You can see we got 13 iron ingots already, and we've only been here 6 minutes. So once again, this isn't a high-speed iron farm by any means. This is a compact iron farm. That's all this is. It's compact. It's designed for, you know, maybe one player who just wants that little bit of iron advantage. Isn't looking for, you know, crazy 5,000 blocks of iron, you know. Just looking for that little iron advantage. Here, you can see he got kicked and dropped. And I guess it did push him in a little bit into the fire. But there's a 30-second counter, and it actually doesn't start until he's dead. So it starts now. So 30 seconds from now, the next one will be able to spawn. And that's about as fast as this farm goes. Like I said, you can make it faster by dropping this. If you drop this platform down another, maybe, well, let's count. Because it's going to go from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11. So what is it to the golem's head? So from here to the golem's head, we have, let's say, the bottom of the villager to the golem's head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. So you have to drop this down another 10 blocks, and then it'll be as fast as it possibly can be with this design. Because the golem will drop out, and then the 30-second timer will start immediately before the golem's dead. So you have to go down another 10 blocks with this lower platform, which I didn't want to do for this demonstration. But another 10 blocks down, and you're good. Now, one thing I should mention is a lot of people will talk about iron farms. You got to build them in the sky, and of course I built this in the sky. The reason I built this in the sky is because I went with a super flat land when I built, which on second thought was not the best thing, because as you can see, the ground is covered with mobs, and not all of them good. So I'm going to have a problem here if I try to build this on the ground. And of course, since it is a super flat, there really is nothing underground. There is no undergrounds. But anyway, if you wanted to place this underground, you can. The trick with that is you have to make sure that it is completely surrounded. You can't have any caves, nothing around it. It has to be completely surrounded. If you have a path that goes into it, that path that goes into it has to be made of half slabs so that the golem cannot spawn on the slabs. So if you put like a floor down here, it has to be a half slab floor, and then there has to be a half slab path going out of it. You basically have to stop all spawning outside of this square. Now, I believe golems, will only spawn up to 16 away, so you only have to go up to 16 away and make sure everything around it's filled. So you can have this underground as long as you make sure there are no tunnels, passageways, or anything within 16 blocks of it. So basically, you got to make sure that the chunk, and I'm talking above and below too. So you got to basically make sure the chunk is solid. There's no caves or anything. But you can place this underground and still have it function. The second somebody digs a tunnel beside it or anything like that, though, you're going to have your golems spawning. You know, if I was to dig a tunnel right here and just miss it, you'd probably have golems spawning in the tunnel instead of in your farm. So you'd have to watch out for stuff like that. But that's not to say you can't do it. Like I said, you just have to be mindful of where you placed it and what's around it. And if you do need to place tunnels around it, of course you're going to want to have half slabs going through instead of having, you know, it level. You're going to have like a three block tall corridor and just cover it with half slabs as your corridor goes past it. And that's it. So there you go. There's a nice little iron farm for you. Like I said, it's not the most efficient thing. It's not the most efficient farm. But if you are playing on survival, it will get you iron. You've got 25 already, and we've only been at this 11 minutes. So its hourly rate isn't ridiculously high, but you are going to get iron. You're going to get a decent amount of iron. Now, I should mention it is important that you do use the warped wood for these gates that I have. See, I have them surrounding. I have one underneath, and I have 4 around. It is very important that you use the warped wood. See how they've been placed. Basically, in order to place them, I placed the first one down underneath, and then I put a half slab in the middle, and I went boom, 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 just like boom, boom, like that, to get them placed. And then I took out the half slab of floors. I put the lava block, which the lava block was the hardest thing to put, because as you see, if the door is closed, you stand on it. However, if the door is open, you go through it. So it's not the easiest thing to place. When you're placing that bottom one right there, or I shouldn't say the bottom one, when you're placing that lava, you want to close this, jump on it, and then place the lava directly on top of that fence. And I'll show you here. I'll grab a bucket. Oh, well, we gotta wait until this guy dies now. Bye-bye. Okay, so. This is gonna be a pain in the ass, too. There we go. Okay, so. When you're placing the lava, you want to close the one side, jump on top of it. Not like that. Jump on top of it. Okay, and then you want to get your lava bucket, point at the top of this one. You can see how I have the outline there? And then shift right click, and it'll place the lava in place. Jump off, open it up, and you're good to go. That's how you place that lava block. Everything else in here can just be done by, you know, stacking up blocks and whatever. It is important that you use stone here, so it doesn't start on fire. You can use wood above that, because it's far enough away. This wool here, I haven't had it catch fire yet. So, but I mean, take that with a grain of salt, I guess. You might want to use the stone blocks there and there, just to make sure. But yeah, I haven't had the wool catch fire yet, so I'm guessing it's okay. I originally started with stone blocks, but then I was like, well, I need it to kind of stick out, so that's why I went with the white wool. I needed the redstone to stand out. Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, quick, easy zombie farm, or iron farm, I should say. The biggest problem is going to be getting the zombie in place. That was a pain in the ass. I didn't actually. I wanted to see how hard it would be, so I did actually use a spawn egg, but I used it up here, and then I was like, okay, let's see how hard it is to get him to go into the hole, and it was. I kind of had to bring him. I kind of had to walk him, so he was coming this way, and then I punched him, and he fell in the hole. You might have a better way of doing it. I don't know, but that's how I got him in there. I basically punched him, and he went down into the hole. So, anyway, so that is a little iron farm. Like I said, it's not going to be... We're at 15 minutes and we got 35. So multiply that by 4, you're going to have 2 stacks, roughly 2 stacks an hour. That's not bad. Roughly 2 stacks of iron an hour. So, there you go. So hopefully this helps you out if you're having issues with iron, and if you wanted to maybe get a little iron farm of your own going. Like I said, this is nice because it's small, it's compact. It's not going to, blot out the sky, so to speak. And it's small enough that you can put it underground and plan for a little area underground where you can hide it and not necessarily advertise it to the world, so to speak. Especially if you're on a survival server where everybody's running around looking for stuff to blow up and get into. So nice little farm you can hide. The best way to do the villagers is to just get a little villager breeding farm going, and then just drop them in. Drop them in on a minecart or something. You can run a minecart like right over top. Have the minecart drop on the bed. You break the minecart. There they are. So, pretty straightforward, pretty simple mob farm and or iron farm. And I hope that helps you out. All right, so take care, everybody. This is Jodian signing off. I will see you next time. Bye-bye now.